Hello, good evening, welcome to another Midweek Makings with me, Chris, on the Gross Models channel. It sounds official saying channel and stuff. It is a channel, but it's not really a channel. It's just a place where I put videos. But anyway, I am here tonight doing something on the bench because last week we played a game. We finished Indiana Jones, if you weren't aware. Every other week on a Wednesday, I play a game. And every other week on a Thursday, I play a game, but alternating weeks. So this week, I'm here at the bench. Tomorrow, hopefully, Jeff and Dan will be joining me for a little bit more escape room fun online. And then the next week, I'll be playing a game on the Wednesday and we'll be hanging around chatting on the Thursday. So tonight, as I say, is bench time. Who have we got in chat? Candigan from Mongo is here first. That's Jeff saying hello. I said hello back. Gemma says she's only watching. Typing is too difficult in the mid she's on. So yeah, she doesn't make much sense typing. I'm not saying anything other than that. Athel's here saying hello to everybody. Windy up there, more snow and ice forecast. Yes, there's lots of ice and snow in the northern reaches, so stay safe, everybody up there. Tonight, I have decided that my buttons aren't going to work. I pushed a button and it should have gone down there, but it didn't. I shall give it a moment. There it is. Look, there it's appeared down there. You can't see it very well because of the reflections, but they will be going away very shortly. I'm going to go down to the bench view. It's been a while. I thought I'd do some diamond art, so I'll still be here in the corner, but only the side of my head because, you know, the Vader that I started many moons ago. Yes, I'm still on the top half, so I'm still going to do it upside down. Once I remove the badge, I remove the backing paper so you can see it to begin with. There we go. Look, half of it's done almost. So yeah, let's progress onwards with that. I shall pull the paper down a bit more. Put my X-ring blocks on there to hold it flat. I see a couple of gaps there, so I shall start off with that one, which is a G, which is an 18, which is one of those. I think it's just one of those by the looks of it. No, there's a couple around, so I'll get a few of those out. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, especially welcome to the new people. If you're not new to the channel, then hello anyway, but you know. This is the time of the week when I, as I say, every other week, do a little bit of time at the bench doing something more creative than just sitting around or playing computer games or chatting. So today I am going back to the land of diamond art. I've been doing this on and off for probably a year now. Some of it was off because it was too warm to do bench stuff and things like that. So yeah. But now I have returned and we'll get some more of this done. Just if you don't know about diamond art, it's quite easy. It's these little gemstone things that you pick up with a little dabby pen and then you put them where it tells you to put them. There's another gap there, but it's not this one. It's like paint by numbers, but without the painting. So yeah, I'll just get the next few of these that I can see. There's another one down there. That's about as low as I want to go. For now. Another one there. I can't see any other G's in there. So I think that's all of that colour. So conveniently this pot has a little pouring spout in there to enable me to pour them back into the bag. Reseal the bag, interestingly, safely over there. I'm just going to move the chat so I can see it in front of me rather than having to strain around for it. Graham's here, but he says, diamond art, not for me. You can stay for the chat. You don't have to pay attention to what I'm doing. Nobody else does. I'm going to get some 17 out, some N. Because I did see a couple of gaps of that. Yeah, I mean, come for the diamond art and stay for the chat. Bring your own beer. But apart from that, yes. I don't know that people generally watch for, you know, the content. I think they just watch so they can hang out with other people and chat. But if you're not watching, that's fair and fine. Obviously, I can't force you. You've done the important bit. You've watched the advert at the beginning. So that's you know, you've done your duty. I should think I shall probably be around for an hour or so, or until my eyes give out and that sort of stuff, doing this. How have you all been? What you've been up to? I see another G there. Now I've put them all away. What have you been doing? Have you been, you know, out and about in the world yet? There's another G there as well. I'll get them back out in a minute. I'll get a couple of G's. Have one. Come on. I can get one while it's in the bag. I'm sure it works that way. There we go. There's one. Just got to figure out which way up it's got to go now. There. Yeah. Have you been out and about? Are you around? Are you doing things? How have you been? Come on, turn it up the other way. Come on. Don't get confused with the other ones because they're very, very similar. Was that all of them? Another N there, I can see. C, B, C, C. There's a whole batch of N's there, so let's get them hit while I've got these out. Why are they all the wrong way up? That's just unheard of and rude. They're all the wrong way up. Everyone's saying hello. Everybody, Shane's here. Speed's about, watching quietly while I try and eat and nurse a sore jaw. Did you get punched? Was it because of that Cardassian joke? Because that's well deserved. That was, yeah. I'm not unhappy that you're injured through posting that. If it was anything else, then yeah, I feel for you. But if it was for that, then you deserve it. Come on, right way up. Thank you. There's an A. Can't see. There's an E. Can't see any of this colour other than going further down. So I shall put one further down and then find one further up because that's the way of things. There's one. See, I knew there'd be one even further up than it was. Mark's here. Evening, everyone. Good evening. What was the other one that I missed out over here? There's a U, which is 14. I conveniently put numbers on all these bags, apart from the bags I haven't opened yet. There's 14. There's a few around there, so let's get a few of these out. That will do. It's easier to get fewer out and then get some more out if I need them, rather than to get lots out and have to tip them back in the bag. That was the one that I spotted. See, there's a whole batch of them over here on this side. So yes, do, if you're watching and not in the live chat, join in the live chat, because apart from anything else, it gives them someone to talk to and me something to read while I'm doing this. Well, not while I'm doing this, because obviously I've got my head down doing this, but in my breaks from doing this, when I have to have a quick drink and stuff, I can have a read up and see who's about, what's happening. If you've got any news, any you know, anything at all, really. Basically, if you've got anything to talk about, feel free to talk about it. Obviously, no contentious problems. So, you know, religion and politics are a big no-no, just generally, but especially in my chats. Yeah. Other than that, you know, be nice to people, and we'll all get along lovely. Graham is going away from the plastic side of modelling next year due to health. Might go down the wooden kit route or maybe diamond art. Yeah, I mean, it changes. I haven't done a proper plastic kit for a while. Not through any reason really. It's just I've drifted away into the murky depths of Partworks, as you may have noticed on the channel. And I'm loving it. Basically, if you excuse the McDonald's advertising, not sponsored by McDonald's, but if you want to send me anything, feel free. Yeah, I can fully understand the need to change gears from time to time, experience different things, and try something different and new. Diamond art is generally quite relaxing. It's sort of turn your brain off and just do what it says on the box. So yeah, basically just look for shapes. Doing it upside down is a little more challenging because all the letters are upside down, but it's not, you know, I'm looking for shapes and colours more than reading. So yeah, if you're doing something different, let us know, and keep in touch. You can always post things into the Gross group. It doesn't have to be model kits. It can be any sort of creative anything makings and stuff. So if it is the wooden kits, or even just normal woodwork, or anything, literally anything, DIY, whatever you're doing and creating, we love to see it. And I'll put the pictures up in the Gross. You put the pictures up in the group, and I show them off on a Thursday evening. Well, every other Thursday evening, because sometimes I'm playing games. Even if stepping away to play games has been great. It's a great mental health thing. Although, again, depends on the game. Sometimes you get a bit more stressed and have to de-stress after having de-stressed to play the game, but it doesn't normally work like that. Kevin's here. Hello, Chris. Great to see you still waiting patiently for King's Quest. Yes, next Wednesday, a week tonight, I should be starting the new series of King's Quest. I did load it up on Steam, and I've never played it before. That's the main caveat that I've got about the game. I've never played it. I was aware of it back in the day, but I never actually played and loaded up a King's Quest game at all. I have loaded up King's Quest 1 and was very shocked by how basic and not very good the graphics are. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing and experiencing it, but this week I've got to put some time in trying to figure out how to stream it, because at the moment on my monitor it's coming up as a tiny little picture in the middle of the screen, and that's not going to make good viewing. So I shall be figuring out how to I can't enhance it and make it any higher resolution, but I can at least blow it up a little bit and hopefully make it viewable for you. I think the later ones in the series obviously have better graphics and look nicer, but I've got to start at the beginning, because that's the very good place to start, they say. So yeah, I've got to put some time in at the weekend to try and figure out exactly how that's going to happen. But yeah, Kevin and a couple of other people are anxious for me to experience King's Quest. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a thing that you've played recently and are aware of the appearance of it, shall we say. I haven't even tried figuring out how to control it. I don't know if it's even mouse compatible, or if I've got to learn lots of keyboard shortcuts, but we'll figure it out. And that will be this time next week, with any luck, assuming it works. If it doesn't work, I may well have to skip ahead an episode or two and start on King's Quest 3 or something, and find out which one is actually going to work and look right. So obviously I don't want to be streaming a game that's... I don't know. When did King's Quest come out? How old is it? I don't remember. It's got to be before the Indiana Jones game that I just played. So it's a 30-plus-year-old game. It might be 35 years old. Which... I don't know why I never played it. I always enjoyed the point-and-click adventures. So I don't know why the King's Quest series has passed me by. But I have literally never played them. So it will be interesting, assuming, as I say, I can figure it out and get it working. I will be having a look at the weekend. I have spent today doing some filming and editing of the Iron Man part work. The next few issues of that turned up, so I've been sorting those out. I think I've got one more to sort out and upload, but that will be coming out in the next week or so. I have also received the next delivery of R2, which I shall be filming and editing over the next few days. Let's fill in that gap, because that's annoying me. That looks like an E, which is 4. And it's got to be that sort of purpley colour. There we go. Get a few of those out, because I think that's probably more than enough. Ground says it's going to be radio-controlled aircraft and boats I'm thinking of doing. Speed says don't confuse the two. Boats don't fly great. Some of them do. And there's more aircraft underwater than there are boats in the air or something. Some bastardization of a famous quote. I don't remember which quote or where, but someone said something like that. There's more boats at the bottom of the ocean than submarines on top of hills or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Someone will, and they'll correct me. Rightly so. Does Speed say what's wrong with his teeth? Reasonable assumption, but no. Cracked tooth, infection, antibiotics, waiting on the swelling to have to go to the dentist to sort it. Had 3 hours sleep over the last 2 nights. That's not good, yeah. I feel for you then for that, because it wasn't, you know, related to your postings on Facebook. I can't find any more E's in my current area of workings. Got to be some, isn't there? No, maybe not. Bet there are now. But as soon as I tip them away, there will be. Is there any more gaps? Can't see any more gaps in this whole top section. There's an A there, K over there. Let's do some A and K while I'm here. Never played King's Quest either, but a friend did and liked it way back when it first came out, says Candygram. Yeah, I do wonder when it was. It was a long time ago. Right, K, that's what I was looking for, wasn't it? K, it's 13, not 3. That one is 13. I think all these, you know, colours I've kept together and kept with the puzzle, with the diamond art, but it won't shock me deeply if I do find, can't find a colour at some point later on. I've got a couple of K's out and I don't need any more than the one that I just used. It's annoying. B, C, R, B, D. Oh, can't see any more K's there at all. Get rid of that then. K was 4, wasn't it? No, that was E. K was 13. All right. More planes at the bottom of the ocean than submarines in the sky. Yes, some sort of quote along those lines. I don't know who said it, or indeed why. Well, I know why, because it's true. But 6. Let's go for that one. Dark purple. So what was that I'm doing? 6 D's. D. Looking for D. That one there was the one that attracted my attention. Now it's not there anymore. There's a gap there, an F. I'm gonna have to do that one because that's I can't find it again. F is not on here. Is it the 16? I can't make out that. Yes. I got stuck to it. 16. Did I have 16 out already? No. Not that one. See, now I can't find 16. Have I used F yet, even? I might not have used it. It might be that one. It's that one. I haven't opened it yet, so no, I won't bother with that one yet. I'll come back to that at another time. That's 17. It's close, but not the same. Okay. Right, next I shall do some C. What are these ones that I just did? I wish my brain keeps going. That's 6, isn't it? These. Yes, let's get these done first then, before I pull out any more. Because tipping two different colours into the same tray is not advised. A few of these D spaces around in this general area, so I can get a lot of those done. One dot per month to speed. What this? No, it's a little bit more advanced than that. Is it D there? There. Is that like part work? Diamond art part work. You get delivered one colour per week. That would be nasty. That would be very annoying. Because although you can do it as one colour, you know, just do all of one colour, obviously the sticky is everywhere. So you'd end up getting stuck to yourself far too much. Someone's not a fan of Mark. What? Oh no, I'm not a fan, Mark. Right. Not a fan of dentists. Yeah, I know that feeling as well. D. DCC, D. There's a D. There's a D. I know it's out in the middle of nowhere, but I just saw it, so I've got to put it down. Pick one up, but apparently I didn't. Yes, so how are you all doing? Are you all, you know, being the lovely people that I know you are? How are you liking me managing to keep up with my daily releases? The advantage of doing all of the part works is they keep getting delivered. So I end up with enough to keep me going and keep putting content out quite frequently. I've got, I think, the next week set up. Although I'm going to have to amend it slightly when I get the R2 videos done to intersperse them in, rather than having, you know, a week of R2 and then a week of something else. Didn't want to put that there. That was a C, not a D. Yeah, so I schedule my releases in advance and then end up having to go back and drift the schedules around a little bit to fit into getting a new video in there somewhere. So yeah, it keeps things interesting, keeps me amused and off the streets, which has got to be an important, you know, factor in these things, isn't it? A, B, and C are in there occasionally. P and K, A, B, C. A couple more D's. Let's get a couple more D's done and then put them away and move on to a different colour. I like to keep it mixed up and, you know, doing different colours from time to time. Well, now I can't find any more. And my eyes are starting to go, and I've only just started. It's not been very, very long, has it? Feels like I've been doing this for hours, but it's really only been 20 minutes. So, yeah. When I said an hour, that might be optimistic. It might be a bit less than that. I start not being able to read the letters, then obviously it'll be time to stop because I can't read the letters. All right, I can't see any more D's in my current area, so let's move that by. Speed is retracting things again. Someone's talking about 6-foot wingspan. I don't know what that is. Kevin's shouting at me. Can't wait, it's epic. You're going to enjoy it. There are VGA remakes. You should look them up. Better graphics and voices. Please try those versions. I beg you, it's a much better experience. I've got the Steam version that I picked up has got 2 versions in it. I can't remember what it calls it, but there's 2 versions, and I loaded them both up, and they look identical. But I shall have a play around and see which I can get to work better, then obviously use that one. Number 2, please. Which is A. Move them up there so I know which one I'm doing. Get a system and stick to it. Much more fun than getting a system and messing around and not doing it. Yeah, there's quite a lot of A's in here, which seem to be just black. Is that the one that I've got another of? Yes, I've got another big bag of 2. So there's going to be, look, there's a whole corner of it over there that's just black. Yes, so I shall have a look during the week or over the weekend and try and figure out just how I'm going to manage to stream it. As far as I understand it, it's sort of a medieval point-and-click adventure with magic and stuff in it. So it sounds like it's going to be fun. I like that sort of world, sword and sorcery type thing. I think I'd do quite well in the medieval times, although obviously I'd be dead. I wouldn't have lasted this long. But apart from that, it would be fun. Get the head magnifier out. That is an option. I may well do that momentarily. A, luckily, is quite an easy letter to see, not see, to observe. So they're fairly easy. Yeah, I get quite a few of these done. There's quite a lot in this area as well. Just the little gaps are starting to annoy me a little bit now with the big, single ones of a couple of different colours. But we'll get there. We'll get there. It's not a race. I know I did say that this was probably going to take about 10 minutes to do. But yeah, I mean, when it's all one colour and it's all just like that, it really is just turn your brain off and stomp it down. But obviously, doing it live takes longer as well because there's a whole talking to you lot, which is lovely. Reading comments and stopping for drinking because of my mouth working all the time. I need to keep myself hydrated. Hello, everybody. Especially Drateds. Love the little turbine, says Spid. They sound great. New guy flew one when I flew RC. Mainly at shows. We've rated it and bring it and fly it in the field as often as possible. I've always liked the thought of radio controlled planes and helicopters. But trouble is, when I was a kid, they were stupidly expensive, so I could never afford one. Now I've got a drone that I haven't flown for a few years. But yeah, living fairly close to Heathrow Airport makes the flying of things outside largely prohibited. Even drones now, above a certain size, you're just not allowed to, and below a certain size, there are all sorts of restrictions and things about flying them. It's just not worth the hassle of potentially getting in trouble or causing an accident for the sake of having a bit of fun flying a drone around. Just not worthwhile. So that stayed in the box for a bit. I'll try and figure out something at some point and get it back down and fly it around a little bit, but so it's just not worth the potential risks. Getting some of these A's done. See if there's any in groups of other colours instead of just the whole masses of them. Batch over there as well. I shall get some more out momentarily. I am still playing my way through No Man's Sky on a Saturday night, late stream here, 11 PM UK time. And I've started playing a similar sort of game in my downtime, not streaming. I've been playing some Astroneer, which is on the Xbox Game Pass. and is, again, quite relaxing. There's not so much stuff out to kill you, so it's a little bit more peaceful, although you can still die through misadventure and falling off of things. And there are some plants that do attack if you get too close to them. But being plants, they tend not to follow you around very much, so it's mostly okay. It's just a case of figuring out what you've got to do and how you've got to do it, and mining and exploring, which is quite interesting. So I've been playing around on that for a bit. Obviously still doing the part works as and when they turn up through my door. It's getting close to Christmas time. It's December now. Today is the 1st of December, if you're watching this on replay. So shops are getting a bit busier. Just a little bit. It's not sort of manic Christmas time quite yet, and I don't know that it will be with all of the everything global stuff at the moment. It's not quite the same as any other normal year, although hopefully it'll be better than last year and we won't actually be locked down for Christmas. Although I don't mind being locked down personally. Financially is more of a struggle, obviously, but personally, lockdowns have taught me that once retirement comes around, I'm going to be fairly happy. I've got stuff to do, models to build, things to create, videos to sort out. So yeah, things will keep me amused for a while to come in the future. Was it you buzzing the airport last year? No, it wasn't me. Kevin says, in King's Quest the story runs together. Please play in order or you will miss the experience. I fully intend to, but I say, if I can't get the first one to work properly, then I won't play it, basically. I shall read up about the story online and things like that if I need to, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't foresee it being insurmountable. It just might mean that the first game is going to be, look a bit ropey. But as with this, I'm sure most of you are not here to bask in the 4K greatness of my streams. You're just here to hang around and heckle me, which is lovely. So yeah, I fully intend to figure out how to do it. As I say, tomorrow night is game night. Me and Jeff and Dan. Hopefully the three of us will be able to make it together again. Been a couple of weeks since we, the three of us actually managed to be in the same place at the same time. That should be enjoyable. I think we're going to finish the Between Time escape room this week, which means next week, or the week after rather, we might be able to unveil our new plan, secret plan that we've been working on. That should be of interest. Come on, yeah, we come. Go down there. Go on, go down there. That's it. It's me that's buzzing the tower, says Graham. Right, okay, we'll let you off then. Kevin says, thank you, Chris, for responding to my text. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I always try and reply to comments on my videos and things. I still feel a little bit strange and honoured that people bother to watch anything that I do, let alone leave comments and take time to ask questions and respond to things. So I feel it's only right that I can reply, assuming it warrants a reply. If it's somebody, that doesn't ask a question or doesn't need a reply, then I might just you know, put a like on their comment or that sort of thing. But I figure replying to somebody that's bothered to type to me is the least I can do. I'll always try and reply to polite questions, notes and observations. I might even reply to the rude ones, but you know, I might do that in a slightly different tone. But yeah, I don't see. I'm not at the stage, and I don't think I ever will be, where I'm getting too many replies or messages and things for me to cope with. If I get to that point when I'm just far too busy and getting far, you know, if I get a million comments on a video, then I'm probably not going to reply to them all. But if I get 10 replies on a video, then yeah, I'll probably reply to all of them. If I get a million, they'll probably all be read, but I doubt that I'd answer all of them. So yeah, when I get to 1 million subscribers and all of you watch my videos, then yeah, I might not be quite so personable as I am. But I think that's probably a fair distance away, judging by my current subscription totals and numbers. 1 million subscribers is probably going to happen in about, you know, 10,000 years or something. Unless something goes viral, which is possible, it happens. But it's also unlikely. Although I've got a few videos that do surprisingly well for no apparent reason. I don't know why. And I can't, because I don't know why, I can't duplicate it and do, you know, similar things. I did have a couple of the Star Wars diorama videos do really, really well. But then I've had a few other ones that, to be honest, I thought were better that haven't done nearly as well. It's like, I don't know why that would have been a thing, but you know, I'm not angry or bitter that a video hasn't done well. I'm just more surprised that one has done well. So, you know, like and subscribe and all that. Athel's got no word about Woofy. I guess he's still at the vet's, hooked up to whatever's keeping him alive. Oh, I didn't realise that Woofy wasn't well. I must have missed that one, so sorry about that, Athel. Hopefully recovery will happen shortly. Right, I'm bored with A's now. I'm going to do some C's, which is 9. Did I have that already? 7, 1, 10, 3, 9. There's 9. What did I say it was? C. Okay, let's get some C's done. It's a nice bluer colour. Something a little bit brighter. Quick drink. And then I shall return. Right. C. Let's see what we can do. A couple of the gaps were C's. That's why I wanted to go for it. I don't know when I shall be returning back to this. I don't know yet what's going to be happening with live videos come Christmas time. I won't be doing so many because it's Christmas time. But equally, I might do some between Christmas and New Year while I'm off work. I really don't know. I don't know what's happening with e-models yet. Everything obviously up in the air for everything at the moment, so I don't think there's any hard and fast plans about Christmas build or anything. We'll probably do a stream, but whether it's going to be a, you know, a chibi kit build thing, as we've done previous years, or something a little bit more freeform. We haven't had a chance to organise anything yet. So watch this space, and obviously the eModel channel as well. Find out what's going to happen when. Athel was telling me Wolfie pinched a hunk of cooked chicken off his dad's table as a result of internal complications in his stomach. Had to have an operation to remove bones. Yeah, that's not very good. Sometimes animals eat things they shouldn't, and it can cause problems. Obviously, bones and raw chicken, neither of which are good for most things. So yeah, hopefully a fast recovery for there. CCC, doing C's. I have seen, oh yeah, that might be of interest. If you were around a year ago, basically, when I started doing the midnight streams of Hitman, when Hitman 3 came out, they are doing, I don't know if it's an update or a new version of it that I'm going to have to pick up on Steam or something, but it's going to have some VR support, which might mean that I'm going to go back and play through everything again in VR. Now, it's going to be better than the PlayStation VR support, which was basically VR through the headset, but not hand tracking or anything like that. This version on the PC is going to have full hand tracking and independent hand tracking. So, yeah, it's going to be much more interesting. Reaching out to strangle somebody or shoot them or throw something at them is actually going to be done in real time with your real fingers. And that's very, very good for me. I enjoy that a lot. Not the killing people. I don't think I enjoy that a lot. I'm not going to comment. I'll get in trouble for saying things like that. So I'm not going to say anything like that. Yeah. So that I intend to, again, once it's out and about, I think it's early January that's releasing. I'll figure out how it's releasing and how I can get it and stream it. But Hitman was good fun to stream. So it should be even better fun in VR. Hopefully we'll figure out a time and a place to do some of that, where if it replaces No Man's Sky for a little while, or I'll figure out another time for it to fit in. I don't know yet. But a while before we need to worry about that. Firefox, someone's talking about Firefox. Good film on ITV4 tonight at 9 PM. Firefox. Yeah, that's been a while. There was a Firefox resin model kit that I know a couple of people were building that was quite interesting. So, yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that film. I might put that on later on. Thank you very much for the tip. Yeah, so it's been 3/4 of an hour I've been doing this now, so a little bit longer on this, then I shall be disappearing. Do a little bit more editing, prep for the R2 part work that I hope to get done a bit of tomorrow evening before game time with the guys. Hopefully. Yeah, so good. Hitman was a great game for live streaming, says Kendra. Yes. Yeah, there may be some fish early next year. Fish action. Actually hitting somebody with a fish in VR. The trouble with playing VR games, as much as I really, really love VR, there's two problems I have with VR. The first one is if I'm not feeling quite right, then VR is impossible for me to play. I just, yeah. I'm looking for one to do a little bit more while I'm talking. Yes. If you've got a bit of a headache or anything like that, then yeah, VR is not for you. It fools your brain into thinking you're moving when you're not, and things like that. And if you're not feeling quite right to begin with, it enhances upon that and makes you feel really bad. So if you're not, I would say fit, but I don't mean fit as in fit, but yeah. If you're not quite right in the head, steer away from it. I know people will say, why have you playing it at all? But you know what I mean. So you've got to pick your time to go and play VR. And the other problem I have with VR is I have a bad shoulder. My right shoulder plays up and gets painful to move, and you know, there's something muscular about it that isn't quite right, but nobody can actually solve and fix. So sometimes it hurts. So doing certain movements makes it hurt more. And obviously playing VR, you're moving your arms around quite a lot more than you would be playing a normal game. Although I do tend to play VR sat down. There's a lot more moving your arms around, and again, depending on the day I'm having, sometimes it's just not practical and not pleasant for me to do that. So it makes setting up streams when I'm going to be playing VR a little bit trickier. I didn't play Lone Echo on Sunday night, for instance. I was planning to. I had it all set up and ready to go. But come Sunday evening, I wasn't feeling quite right. So I didn't even get a chance to officially cancel it. I just moved it to next week. So if you were waiting for that, then I apologise that it didn't happen. But I will be returning to it. The plan is, again, to do it this week on Sunday evening. But I say, if a VR stream ever gets moved or cancelled, then there's a good chance that that's probably the reason. One of those reasons is, I'm just not up to it that night. Huey Spewy after playing 10 minutes playing Prime VR. Yeah, I have had VR sickness in the past, not recently, I must admit. It is the sort of thing that you can adapt to and pass through, but don't try and do that all at once. It's not the sort of thing, you can't force yourself through it and think, I'll brave it out and get through it. That doesn't work. Don't do that. If you feel yourself not feeling the VR, turn it off and step away. But yeah, if you get sick after 10 minutes of VR, then turn it off. Come back the next day. You might do 10, 12 minutes or 15 minutes before you get to the same level of uncomfortableness. So and then come back the day after, and you might do 20 minutes. You do progress. Or I say most people do progress. You get your VR legs in. It can take a while to get to a stage where you can play for a decent amount of time, but most people will get there if you persevere a little bit. Just not all at once. That's all of those that I can see for now. Drop those back in that bag. Get Tiger Balm. It really works for get painkillers, says Graham McRobert. Is that a shoulder injury thing that you're talking about? I shall have a nose around and see. Candygram is considering getting a Quest 2. You were considering that weeks ago. I thought you'd been past considering and just gone and got it. Because, you know, you should. We did tell you. 2A. I found a couple of A gaps that I'm going to fill. There was one around here somewhere. There it is. Oh, there's that whole batch over there. I'm not going to get all of those, but I shall get a couple more here. One really was the one that I saw. A couple of B's as well. Did I do B? Was 11. That was that one. Yes, B is 11. Just double checking. Let's get some B's done, and then I think I shall call it a night. Which accessories, if any, would you consider for a Quest 2? Is the higher memory model worth buying? I would say yes. The higher memory model basically means you can store more things on it. Being that it is a standalone device, although you can plug it in or play wirelessly on PC now, it's less important. The latest update is, or when it's available, is going to introduce cloud saving for it, which again makes it easier. So you can delete a game, but your save will be safe in the cloud. So when you want to reinstall it, it will return. That makes the smaller models more practical again. It all depends on how much you're going to use it, what you want to keep on it, and how much you can afford, really. If you can only afford the cheaper version, then go for the cheaper, smaller version. But the bigger one, yes, will be better. I think they don't do the very, very small one anymore. When I got mine, when it initially came out, there was a very small one and a larger one. And the very small one was pretty much pointless for me. So I had to go for the bigger one. I think now there's a medium-sized one and a bigger one, and they don't do the very small one. So it's less necessary to go big, but still of benefit. Basically, you don't have to worry about having to delete a game to put a new game on it, unless you've got a few games on it. But yeah, a lot of things now are going to be using the cloud, so less important. Accessories, I would say you want to go for a better, what do they call it? The facial interface. The foam bit that goes across the face, that your eyes, the bit that goes around your eyes that holds it against your head. The stock one of those is not terribly comfortable. It's not good. So yeah, I would certainly say replace that. I've also got the I can't remember what they call it now, the battery head strap thing, the Elite head strap, I think it's called. The head strap that comes with the base model, again, does the job, but it's not terribly comfortable. It's not great. They do a better one, and then they do another better one that's actually got a battery built into it, so it increases the time that you can play away from the mains. So again, I would suggest going for that. It's a much nicer, more comfortable headband as well. Although, again, it's been basically a year since I got mine, and I got the head strap with it then. There are almost certainly some third-party ones out there now that are probably as good or better and probably cheaper than the official one. Although the official one is still very nice. I can't remember who made the face cover bit. I think it was VR Cover. That sounds familiar. They make lots of accessories for it. But yeah, VR Cover do the facial foam thing. It's like a leatherette type thing. It's just more comfortable, basically. M. Let's do some 7. Some red down in this corner over here, and then call it a day. Athol says VR will be my Christmas present for a neighbour of mine. He's into flying games. Flying games and VR, very, very, very good. Steve131 never used VR. It is exceptional. I've loved VR since I tried it in an arcade in London. The Trocadero Centre in London had an arcade that was like 3 floors of arcade machines. This will be in the 80s. And they had a VR. I can't remember the name of the system, but it was like the first commercially available VR system. Had a huge headset that you strapped on. You had to stand inside a giant ring. Or was it seated? It might have been seated inside a giant thing. Had a huge gun that you had to hold and that was tracked somehow by the huge ring, I think. And obviously the headset was tracked as well. And it was just a very basic blocky shooting game. But it was unreal. You put the headset on and you're in a different place. And that to me, even now, is astounding. That I can put on a VR headset and be somewhere else and have hands in somewhere else. It just astounds me. The technology that lets you do things like that amazes me. And it's just really, really good. And I can't wait to experience upgrades and improvements to it as the years go by. It's going to get more realistic. The graphics will get better. Everything will just become more real. I mean, some computer graphics are almost photorealistic already, and VR's getting there. It's just going to blow your mind. Things like Google Maps. You try Google Maps in VR, and it puts you in a place, and you're in the place. You can't, you know. There's slight differences. The field of view is not quite right, and you can tell it's not quite real. It's not exactly Matrix territory, but it is something very special, and I'm very happy to be playing it and playing with it, and don't see any time when that's going to stop. I don't think computer games are going anywhere. Certainly not going anywhere from my life. So yeah, if you want to try VR, go and try it somewhere. It's great. There's a rather expensive optional cable for the Quest 2. Is it worth getting? No, it's definitely not worth getting. The official cable is hideously expensive, overpriced, and not worth it. You can get a cable that will do the same job for a fraction of the price, but you do need to make sure you get a cable that's capable of the speeds and data transfer. But also, if you've got Wi-Fi, you can use that, and that does the same job without having to plug it in. And some people find it actually quicker and a little bit less laggy. So yes, feel free to hit me up about any questions about VR and stuff. I will answer what I can and tell you to go and buy one because it's great. That's it. I'm going to call it a night there. It's been an hour. That's almost exactly an hour, so that's good timing. I've got a bit more done. I would say I'm over halfway now. There's some bits I've done a little bit lower than, yeah, I'm over halfway through that. So another year and I'll be finished. As I say, tomorrow I shall be returning. Hopefully Jeff has survived his Thanksgiving. He seems to be typing okay. Hopefully he'll be able to appear with me. And Dan will join in tomorrow night for some more escape room fun. And next week, that's Thursday, Friday, nothing happening. Saturday night, No Man's Sky. Sunday, I should be playing some Lone Echo in the evening time. Monday's back for E-Models. And then the week progresses again. This time next week, King's Quest. start of a new adventure series, assuming I can get it working. I'll work on that through the weekend and it should be okay. It's worth it. Hell yes, what a great experience is, Kevin. Everyone's going, which is good because I'm going as well. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you tomorrow night for an evening with adventure game time. Not adventure game, puzzle room, escape room time tomorrow. And I'll see you there for that. And I shall see you in the week for other things. Another video released tomorrow. I think I've got the special for the Iron Man. The base is coming out. I think it's tomorrow. If not, it's the day after. But that'll be around very shortly. So hopefully you'll enjoy watching some of that. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. I shall see you soon. Good night all.